so beautiful in the shade and hot in the sun. It's very hot in the sun. Oh, somebody narrowly avoided disaster. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Can I get you anything else for the food?
Oh, crap. I hate when I keep forgetting people to ask people, can you cut it in half?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. When's your birthday?
You're welcome. You enjoy.
Thank you. When's your birthday?
December 12th.
Oh, wow. Near Christmas.
Yep, right near Christmas. I was born on my dad's birthday.
Oh, wow. When's your dad's birthday?
December 12th.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh, wow. You're daddy's little girl for real.
I sure am. You enjoy your sandwich.
You too. Thank you. Oh, you ain't having one, but you enjoy yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm.
21 minutes. Speech off.
How you doing out here?
Oh.
Want another beer?
Mm-hmm. I was just about to ask that.
Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Yep, and then I'm actually closing out for the day. Would you mind if we settled up together?
No, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, perfect. It's gonna be $24.42. I'm gonna go grab your beer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, here's our other beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll grab some change for you.
Well, you could keep 25% for a tip.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So it's $24.42 out of 30, so it'll probably be like 5 something and change. Is that okay to keep?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Of
perfect.
course, just for you.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. I will.
All right.
You're the funniest woman I've never seen in my life.
Thank you.
I love telling women that blind joke.
Have a good day.
You too, thanks. Mm-hmm. Hey.
Speech 25 minutes. Speech off.
Hello. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, Red Oak. Red Oak number 2. Ooh, looky, siren. Oh, here come the police. Who are they coming to get, me or you?
Face near top right. Zoom. 36 minutes. Speech off.
Hey, how you doing?
I see you got new accommodations.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Josh. Yeah, the sun was a bit intense over there.
Okay. So yeah, you're right in front of the TV.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to go drop off my groceries and my bike, so and I had a few hours to kill. I thought I'd come back and see what Joey's doing.
Oh, thank you.
So I'd like to join you for a little bit. That's okay. Ready
What?
for conversation?
Sure. I'm gonna go to, well, I done closed out my tab already. I was gonna go to Marvin's Lab.
Where's that at?
2 blocks to the right and across the street.
All right. Let me help you navigate.
All right.
What you drinking?
Red Oak.
That's not apple juice.
Nah, it's not apple juice.
Did I tell you I used to be a bartender?
Huh?
I used to be a bartender.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My last job was at Myers Park.
Wow, Myers Park, what, country club?
Country club?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was all right. And then I got into peer support work afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's nice out here.
It is.
It's nicer in the shade than in the sun.
I know I feel bad for leaving you over there, but I thought really you wanted to hang over there and listen to street sounds.
I did, but I can hear them from here. And when I get my milkshake, I'm going to drink it outside on the sidewalk, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And you find that stimulating? entertaining?
Yes, I do. It's like, you know, the view. Like, people like, oh, the patios get a nice view.
Right. For you, that view's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What is it? Was it the song or an ice cream truck?
When's the last time you got from an ice cream truck?
When was the last time what?
That you was able to get some from an ice cream truck.
Oh, no, I was saying, I was asking if that was the music or the ice cream truck.
Right.
I haven't seen an ice cream truck in forever.
So this is a classic, a timeless song. Dancing in the Moonlight.
Oh, wow, that's what that is?
Yeah.
I could dance in the moonlight as long as there are girls around.
There you go. So when Joey thinks of a moonlit beach, what do you think of?
The beach at night.
Right, but to you that would be strictly on a feel.
Yeah,
Right.
like when if there's no sun out.
But have you ever had your toes in the sand, the feel of it?
Yes. Oh, I love it. I adore it. There's nothing more. I love that feeling so much.
Right.
Is that the train?
No, that's a dump truck.
Oh, that sounded like the train coming by. I also love the train. No surprise, because it makes a lot of noise.
What does it make you imagine?
What, the train?
Yeah. When you hear the train go by, what goes through Joey's head? Do you envision a train? And if so, what does that look like for you?
Like the train. See, envision a train. I just know. I mean, I've been on plenty of trains, so I mean, I know what it is like inside. You know, like the freight. I know the freight trains are a little different, but you know, like the long. When I think of a freight train, because I've never been in one of those, I think of when the Amtrak train, because they're the same locomotives and they sound the same.
Right.
I think of the Amtrak train when it goes through like there's some cities, like it doesn't do it here, but there's some cities like when it leaves the city and enters the city, it goes through the city like real slow.
Right.
That's what I think of a freight train, because you know, a freight train's long.
So you got to feel for the motion, possibly the dimensions.
The what?
So you got to feel for the motion of it and the feel of it. So you got your own concept of what trains are without actually seeing them.
Yeah. And I've got and like, you know, the subway trains and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been in those, and you know how those are small and stuff. You know, subway trains are like freight trains, but for people.
Right.
They're designed not to necessarily be the most comfortable thing in the world,
Right.
but to move a lot of people and not a lot of time. So they're real long, and they have like 9, 10 cars, but the cars aren't that big.
Right.
That's kind of how I think freight trains are, but longer, and with Amtrak engines.
I experienced Amtrak once. I went through Raleigh.
I love Amtrak.
Right.
Oh, it's so nice and relaxing. I damn near fell asleep on the train a million
I
times.
did fall asleep.
You did, and it just, and unless it just jerks, it just rocks you like that.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
yeah,
It does. It has like a lulling feeling.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like didn't.
Unless you're on the Piedmont train, which is the state-run train, like the state-owned train,
Right.
that only goes from Raleigh to Charlotte and back. The Piedmont train, because they stop every like 30 minutes, and it's basically a commuter train. They keep the doors open sometimes. Like they'll keep the doors to the vestibule open, so it'll be real loud.
So you can get in the vestibule and just go
No.
out.
I don't like to stand on the train too much because when the train moves, it's like, you know, I don't like to be up and not in a seat, not secure, you know.
Right. So you take these trips by yourself?
Do what?
You get on these trains by yourself?
I have, like, numerous times, but usually when I go out of town, I go with my dad or my mom. But I have taken the train by myself plenty of times.
Is that scary?
No,
What about when you get off? How do you navigate?
because see, on the Amtrak train, there are people like, you know, the red caps. They're really, really helpful, and they treat us like royalty. They help even if we don't check our bags. It's basically like checking bags. Like they put the bags on the golf cart for you, and then you get to ride in the golf cart up to the platform, and they help you get on the train.
Sweet.
They help you with your bags. Oh, it's so good, and you just sit back and relax. And
Which one is that? Which train is that?
the Amtrak train,
Amtrak.
every Amtrak train.
I didn't realize that. I realized they had a section in there where you can go and drink coffee for free and
On the Piedmont train, you probably took the Carolinian train, because the Piedmont train, because it's basically a commuter train.
yeah.
They just have an area with a vending machine, and there's no place to sit or anything.
Right.
But on the long distance trains, like the Carolinian that goes all the way to New York, and the Crescent that goes to New Orleans and then all the way to New York, those ones have actual cars where you can buy stuff. Literally, I mean, you're on a train, so I get it. Literally, it's the subway. Literally, it's like you buy, you go there and someone microwaves something that you would get at Sam's Club or Walmart, and you pay money for it.
So have you been on a train up north
Yes,
to New York?
I've been on the one to New Orleans with my dad,
Okay.
and the Carolinian train that goes to New York and goes to New York and comes here from New York.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether you want to leave Raleigh at 3 or 5:30. So like you don't have to take a particular train if you're not, you know.
Right. I've been thinking about going up to New York, the city,
I love New York.
but driving would be 12 plus hours.
Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that, because it's not just driving to New York, it's driving in New York.
Right. And that was my thought. Am I going to stop 30, 50 miles outside the city just so I can experience the city?
Wait, the what? Do what? Why would you stop 30 miles outside to experience?
Just to be able to have accommodations, be able to park somewhere. And
With the what?
just to be able to park somewhere safely and then be able to
I'd fly there if I were you. That or take the Amtrak.
I'm thinking the Amtrak would probably be
Oh,
good.
do that. I would love to do that one day.
Yeah.
Cause see, even when you fly, you still got to take the train from the airport to the Penn. Well, they call it Monahan Train Hall, but it used to be Penn Station.
Okay. So you've been.
Yeah.
And that takes you into the heart of New York, Manhattan.
Oh, dude, man, it's like what, 2-3 blocks from the Empire State Building.
No way.
5-minute walk to Times Square. You get up out the escalator.
Yeah.
Or I actually never been in Moynihan, so I don't know. I remember the old Penn Station.
So if I took an Amtrak train, I'd have a straight shot into the city.
Oh, you'd be right. When you get out of the train station, you would be in the heart of the city.
Literally, the Empire State will be right a couple blocks.
I can't remember which way I've heard it described. I can't remember which way, but if you look either to the left or the right, you stare right at the Empire State Building.
That's awesome. I'm glad you told me because I get vacation this year. I'm thinking about possibly going up to New York.
Oh, you should do it, dude. I know. I heard that it wasn't the same place that it was in 2019. When I went, I heard that there's been a lot of issues with like an influx of migrants and stuff and crime. But
that's gonna always be an issue.
The media just blows things out of proportion. And then they got other people to say, oh, it's not that bad. Like, the tourism people, it's probably somewhere in the middle.
Right.
Yes, dude, there's probably more of an issue than the tourism board wants you to know, and there's probably less of an issue than the media is telling you.
Right, Joey, they probably had the same issues 50, 75 years ago with the latest immigrants coming through. You know what? Most of them adjust and acclimate to. So, no, I wouldn't let that deter me from going in.
I wouldn't either, but there are a lot of there just that will adjust and will acclimate, but even if it's like 2% of them that don't and that cause problems, it only takes one person to mug you. It only takes one person to mug you. It only takes one person to mess your whole trip up.
You get mugged right here in Charlotte.
Yeah, you can. But
if you want to know, it happened to me here in Charlotte.
It did?
Yeah.
When?
When I first got here and I was in an active addiction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm not very proud of that, but it happens.
Yeah. It can happen anywhere, but I want to go back up there, but my parents listen to the news too much, and they're like, I don't want to go back up there now, and I'm like,
yeah, but you gotta listen to me, but you gotta understand that's how they thrive, because they gotta produce sensationalism.
Oh yeah,
they have to produce things that cause shock and awe to the public. It gets ratings, it improves viewership. And so you're not going to hear them talk about a cat being rescued out of a tree or good things that happen on the street. So again, you have to look at it as
take the good with the bad and vice versa.
That's right. Like you said, it's usually somewhere in the middle. Yeah. But the press likes to amplify things, tragic things, and bad things.
Like I said, the press likes to up the ante, and the tourism board likes to downplay it.
Yes, that's right. So it's probably somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
That's how they get ratings.
And of course the tourism board wants to downplay it because they're like, oh God, like if we act like, if we acknowledge the issue,
no one will come.
Exactly.
Is it? But that's not really responsible, is it?
No.
You might as well give people the truth and let them figure out and make decisions, informed decisions.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably, I will say it's probably more of an adjustment for the people that already live there versus the tourists that are coming.
Yeah.
They have to deal with, extra, they got to deal with, there's a place in Queens that all the residents are saying that they have people just setting up shop on the street. There used to be like 10 or 15 street vendors.
Right.
Now these people are coming from everywhere else in the world, and there's like 100 street vendors. It's like, but you see, that kind of issue isn't really a tourist problem, because like most of it's like, oh, density, like how many people could we fit on this street before?
Right. But it's a global experience, I imagine. And then every quarter block you meet another nationality and another culture.
That's fun. That part is fun. It's just like, how many people, like there's so many people.
I'll meet Somalians over here, then I'll be in Chinatown. next thing you know, I'm in Little Italy, and I'm experiencing the whole world right there within 16 blocks.
Well, let me say something about Little Italy. The half-truth / joke that goes around in New York is that when you're in Little Italy, you're still in Chinatown.
Okay.
Because, like, you cross in a Little Italy from Chinatown, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, Little Italy is very small. It's historic protected, of course.
Yes.
But it doesn't really have an Italian population like it used to, because all of the Italian Americans, other families, like I'm half Italian, all our families got huge and they moved out to the suburbs because the city was real crowded.
Right.
Like, and this was like, way back.
Right.
So
it doesn't have that authentic feel. Is that what you're saying?
It's very touristy. And honestly, I think Chinatown's more authentic.
But this is what I hear. I hear the Italians, the old Italians, the Paisano still go back. That that's still that's like their home court.
They still do. But if you're gonna go, if you're gonna go and if you want the best like Italian experience, you gotta go during like Columbus Day or the Feast of San Gennaro, when they're all out on the street, because it is a cultural thing. They do have their festivals there.
Right.
But if you're not going to go during a festival,
it's like a tourist
haven.
Yeah. Okay. Good advice. You want to know why I want to go?
Where? Why?
To the city.
Yeah, where you want to?
I have a passion for architecture and the buildings.
Oh, wow. There's so much of it there.
Chrysler and the Empire State is like the old, but now they got new buildings like the Vanderbilt one.
Oh, yeah.
And they got these towering condos that go like 120 stories.
Yeah, but they're pencil towers.
Yes, they are. How do you know that?
Because I read it online.
But they still have a unique look.
Yeah, they're like, I think what they are is like they're one unit per floor. Because they did that because they couldn't build them too wide because the view of Central Park or something.
Okay, but some of them got like a subtle curve to them, so they're not generic. They don't just go straight up like a box, cube. They actually got a little creativity to the design. So, but anyway, I love architecture, and I want to go see from Lower Manhattan and walk all the way to Midtown.
Oh, I would kill to do that walk.
Right?
I love that. I love walking in cities.
So did you go to Penn State? Or did you say Penn Station?
Yeah. It's kind of like the Charlotte Transportation Center. You just go in, you just get your train in, and you get out, because there's like it's not like Grand Central where like it's like it feels like a nice place to be.
Right.
It's underground, it's a maze, it's like,
Right.
not particularly exciting.
Huh. So, do you know about the Chrysler Building?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So it's iconic, and it was built, I believe, in 1931. The Empire State was built like the same year.
Yeah.
So for about 4 or 6 months, it had the distinguished that it was the tallest building ever constructed. And then the Empire came and took it out like a few months later.
I know there are two buildings. There's this one building in Midtown and one building in Lower Manhattan where they were racing each other to be the tallest, right?
Yes. Go ahead.
And this, and so they build the one in, I can't remember which one, but it is the tallest. They have the party, and the day later, the architect had built a secret spire that he like hoisted up through the elevator shaft. I think it was the Chrysler that had the spire that was secretly hoisted to the top, and the guy and Chrysler said, "No, we didn't ask you for the spire. We're not paying for it."
What?
Yeah, because he didn't ask for the spire.
Interestingly enough, that's probably the most interesting feature of the building. It's iconic, it's timeless, and the spire's got this neat little design to it.
Oh yeah, and you know what?
What?
greatest things happen by accident.
You want to know something? And even tonight, in the skyline, when you look at it at night, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, still stand out like in all its glory. They've added lights to it, like in the 80s, in the 90s, and to where now it kind of competes with the new buildings, and it still stands on its own. You know what I mean? You don't look at it and say like, oh, that's so outdated.
Yeah.
It's still got a look to it.
Still iconic.
It's iconic. It's stately. And you just look at it, you're just in awe that was almost 100 years ago that those were constructed.
And it was built in like 12 months. They don't even build skyscrapers that quick now.
Right.
Well, probably because they had way less regulations, but they also had way less technology.
So literally, the Spire was ran accidentally, came through, and they said they weren't paying for it.
Well, it was not agreed upon between Chrysler and the architect.
Yeah.
So the Spire, so the architect had built the Spire, and his plan, which was successful, was after the building in Lower Manhattan had their party, because they were the tallest when they had that party. After they had their party and the dust settled, he was going to hoist the Spire through the elevator shaft, which is what he did.
But they probably got it halfway, and he was like, you know what, screw it, I'll foot the bill on this one. I'm not going to mess up my design just because they don't want to pay for it.
But yeah, it was never agreed upon.
Right.
I'm sure Chrysler would have paid for it if it was agreed upon.
Right.
But it was all the doing of the architect.
Right.
So, I mean, imagine, but I could see from Chrysler's standpoint, it's like, the architect didn't tell me anything about this. Like, I don't want to be charged for something like, you know.
Right, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Legitimate complaint for you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they went with it because it stands out and it distinguishes it from other buildings. It's iconic. I've seen people with tattoos of the Chrysler Building on the wall.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's got these neat little, sort of like lions halfway up. And I have to look it up, man, but it's worthwhile. And it's been completely restored. So you can go tour it. And when you go inside, it looks like a time warp to the 1920s, Joe.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to go to Marble Slab now.
Okay. You ready?
Oh, let me text my dad. I'm going to Marble Slab.
Tell me you're slightly buzzing. And
Huh?
tell me you got a slight buzz, but you'll be fine.
I got a what?
A slight buzz.
Nah, I'm not going to tell him that. Text Dad.
What do you want to say to Dad?
I'm leaving for Marble Slab now. Period.
It says, I'm leaving for Marble Slab now. Send it?
Yes.
Done.
Alrighty.
Alright.
See, you know what I always do with my cane? Is I always see with my feet.
Yep.
So that way I don't have to bend all the way down.
Pretty neat. I'm right in front of you.
Hold on a minute.